kale salad, baked sweet potato fries, multi-grain bun, grass-fed beef, grass-fed grass. I'm healthy, healthy, healthy. Rabbit food. That's the thing, man. When you fall off hard. But when you get back on hard. So I'm walking back to work, but I got to stop by Trader Joe's and get more steel-cut oatmeal. But I just wanted to drop this in your spirit. A lot of times we be wanting to do stuff, and we're afraid because we're afraid of what people will say. And here's the bottom line, people. People are going to talk about you anyway. The songwriter said they even talk about your baby crazy. And they do. We talk about Jay-Z's baby, Blue Ivy, like she's an adult. And people just going to talk. Whether you're doing good or bad, they going to talk about you. When you're doing good, they're going to be like, oh, look at him. Look at her. He think he's doing good. I am doing good. People talked about me so bad when I got this job at All Def Digital. Oh, you working with Russell? He's a Buddhist. My boss at Bank of America was a witch. Like literally, she was a Wiccan. She was a witch. Literal witch. Russell Simmons is one of the most compassionate, kind, giving people I know. And I've been hurt by more Christians than I've been hurt by a Buddhist. If we want to keep it 100. So, well, he's over there. He don't serve God. Who works somewhere where everybody who they work with is a Christian? You can work in the church and everybody you work with ain't a Christian. Like I said, my boss at Bank of America was a Wiccan. A Wiccan. That's a witch. No, Russell ain't say nothing about me. I'm talking about the saints. I almost didn't want to take this job because people would be like, you gonna work with Russell Simmons? I almost didn't take this job. Well, guess what? I allow people, me in my position allows a lot of people to chase their dreams. And I'm able to help people more from this position than I was when I was sitting at home working by myself. So as long as you're a Christian, it don't matter who you work with, who you work for. It matters who you serve. And I serve the God of Abraham. So it doesn't matter. It matters who you are. So like I was saying, people make fun of me. People are going to make fun of you. People are going to do all types of stuff. And I be like, man, let the people talk. People who talk about you don't often ever do anything you ever would try to do. They never work as hard as you'll work. They'll never try nothing. A lot of times people talk about you because they feel like if they can prevent you from doing what you want to do and you dream of, then it'll make them feel better about them not chasing their own dreams. I'm not going to let your fear hamper me. Just because you're afraid of doing something and you're afraid of chasing your dreams don't mean I need to be afraid. Just like the movie,
I love the perspective.
Oh man, the line's too long in here. I'm not going today. I'll go tomorrow. I don't feel like it. You ever going somewhere and you see the line long and you just be like, not today? That's what just happened to me. Not today. I don't feel like waiting in line. You got to be in the mood to wait in line. Pursuit of Happiness. That was the movie, Zach. Will Smith told his son, look, man, don't even let me prevent you from chasing your dreams. Because guess what? Our family sometimes be the worst ones. And they think they're being helpful. And I've been there. I've been that to my friend. And sometimes we think we're helping you. Look, man, I'm just trying to help you, man. You're wasting your time trying to be a musician. You're 26. You're still trying to be a musician? Give up. You're not good enough. We be just dream killing. I'm not saying we got to lie to people, but if somebody wants to try their dream, just let them try, man. Shoot. Let them try. Don't be a dream killer. And don't let nobody kill your dream. I'm not talking about if you out here just like hurting people and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you got a dream in your heart or you got something you want to do and you're afraid because people are going to talk about you. A lot of times people are like, man, I want to come back to church. But I'm afraid of what they're going to say. Man, they're going to say regardless. If you don't come back to church, they're going to talk about you for not being in church. If you are coming back, they're going to talk about you for being sinner. Doesn't matter what you do, people gonna talk. They said Jesus drank wine, he was a drunkard. They said John didn't drink wine and he was possessed by demons. You're caught in a catch-22 either way. Either way. So just do what you're gonna do. And let people talk. Because this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna talk about you. They're gonna discourage you. And then when you get there, they're gonna ask you for help. Can you help me since you did it? Really? Can I help you? After you roasted me? Then they're gonna say, you think you too good? You think you too good to help me? I am too good. Because you didn't think I was good enough. And people will do it with a straight face. Man, when we were moving to LA, people were like, you just moving down there to that sin. LA is sinking sand. Really? Really? Sinking sand? They got these churches. They got these churches out there, ain't even no real churches. Man, listen. You stay there in your comfort zone, in your bed of den of affliction, and let me live. If I lose this job, people gonna be like, and that's what he get for working with the devil. If I keep this job, oh, he's only blessed because he's working with the devil. Which one is it? Because it can't be both. A friend of mine just got some news that he booked a network TV show today. And me being in this job was instrumental in him being able to move here. And he might not have done it. You can't tell me that ain't God. The devil ain't in the blessing business. That's God. Huh? And people were like, well, you work for Russell Simmons. You can't be a Christian and work there. Joseph worked for Potiphar. And then he worked for Pharaoh. And they weren't Christians. But him being in that position allowed him to help his family members. He didn't have to be working for a Christian. He was a Christian. God can put you in a position where you're the only Christian in there, and that's exactly how he wanted you to be. That's exactly what he wanted. He wanted your light to shine for all those other people, and he put you there because he knew you could handle it. Because somebody else couldn't do that. And they threw Joseph in jail, and God even allowed him to use those skills. The skills he had learned in jail to help the people. And guess whose family threw him away? Joseph's family threw him away. Joseph's own family is the one that sold him in there. You think you a dreamer, Joseph? You think you a dreamer? You think you're going to be better than us? Guess what? He was going to be better than y'all. And when they ain't had no bread, who they come crawling back to? And Joseph, God had done so much for Joseph. His brothers didn't even recognize him. He learned a new language. God can elevate you so much that the people who threw you down won't even recognize you. God done blessed you so much that you're unrecognizably blessed. Unrecognizably blessed. However, still have the right heart to help. Because Joseph had every right to be like, y'all gonna starve and die. I'm gonna put it on YouTube. Y'all gonna starve and die. And he didn't. Because God doesn't put you in a position to help so you can rub it in somebody's face. He puts you in a position to help. So don't blame those people that threw you down in the pit. God needed you to be in that pit so he could place you where he needed you to be. Whew. Y'all don't hear me in Periscope, Zion. Y'all don't hear me. So let the naysayers say nay. Let the naysayers say nay, because that's what they were supposed to do. But when that famine comes, they'll be back. Got Debo on mind control. When he tell me shut up, I shut up. But when he leave, I be talking again. Let them say what they say. Let them do what they think is right. Let them try and throw you down. Because it's all part of God's overarching plan. Even when they think they won it, they threw you in a pit, sold you into slavery, sold you out, called you outside your name, turned everybody against you. All they did, they still played their part in God's plan. Even by being evil and nasty and rude and mean and tearing you down, they still played their part in God's plan. Ain't that something? The devil meant it for bad, but I'm so glad God meant it for my good. Hey man, we're closing here. I'm closing up on my work. I hope I helped somebody on today. Bless you and keep y'all. We'll see you later on. Amen.